Hey everyone, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris here with a review of the Avengers number 6 and Justice League Dark number 2. Usually, Avengers and the normal Justice League fall on the same weeks, so it's good to contrast. Like this is the A team of Marvel and this is the A team of DC, but they didn't fall on the same week this time. But there still was a Justice League on the same week, and that was Justice League Dark. So we'll have, Justice League Dark so far has been as good as Justice League, so it's a good substitute. So we'll start off with the Avengers number 6. Uh, if you've been seeing my reviews of Avengers so far until the previous issue, it's been okay. Issue number 5, I actually enjoyed. It was something I finally enjoyed. I just didn't think this is an okay issue. Yeah, whatever. It was actually something that was good, and it's like definitely. And was definitely the same. I found this interesting. This was good as well. So starting off, the events that are going on in Avengers on Earth are being felt by everyone. Everyone in the universe and across the cosmos. So beings like Man Thing, the Great Lord of the Shi'ar Imperium, Iron Fist, Odin, they're all feeling the effects of essentially, let's see, the Avengers now becoming Ultramen and using Power Ranger Megazords to fight the final host. Essentially, what it is, if you don't know what Ultraman is, pretty much it's just like superheroes becoming giants to fight giant monsters, as shown with like She-Hulk and Thor, and then you've obviously got the almost the Power Ranger aspect with Iron Man and Ghost Rider. So Iron Man having his own giant suit of armor, and Ghost Rider taking control of the Celestial. So just throughout the issue, the Avengers are trying to basically one up the final host and find any an actual solution to defeat the final host, but it doesn't seem to be It doesn't seem to be working until later on. Let's see. Stark remembers that Icarus of the Eternals pretty much gave him a possible solution. Is that, as he says, okay, listen up, everybody. I know this is going to sound really hippie-ish and kumbaya, but if we're going to save the world, we all have to be one of mind. Literally. And an ancient method the Eternals used to combine their... So pretty much it's just kind of, much like Power Rangers, just like, or much like Captain Planet, like with our powers combined. And with it, they give Dead Celestial, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes the ability to pretty much temporarily stop the final host, but it isn't completely finished. They destroy the main horde, the bugs on the planet, but they haven't completely defeated all of the final host yet. And in one big hurrah, Avengers assemble and they go off to fight the final host. And that's it. It was a good. I'm gonna say ending, because it wasn't really an ending, despite the fact that this was supposed to be the final issue in the first story arc. And considering the next issue is the history of the, what was it, 100 million BC Avengers, of the Ghost Rider of that team. And then after that is a new story, is the start of a 2-part story arc, or a new story arc. So ending wise, it doesn't really feel like an ending, but it doesn't necessarily ruin the issue. It still was a good issue in my opinion. However, that is the end of the Avengers for me. While it's been okay, up these two past issues have been good in my opinion. It doesn't feel like something I need to read every issue, but how would I put this? It's pretty much while it is an okay to good series, it's not something I have to read, but I'm happy enough to end it on a good note. I didn't end the series just like, well, this is complete garbage and a waste of my time and money. It wasn't bad, and I'm happy to end it on a good note. So that's it for Avengers for me. Sayonara. See you later. But next series I'm definitely continuing so far is Justice League Dark, and oh boy, yes, it, like I said, it's definitely as good as a Justice League that Snyder is on. I've definitely been enjoying Tinian's Justice League Dark so far. So starting off, we have kind of hints towards the upcoming crossover between JLD and Wonder Woman, the Witching Hour, featuring like the goddess Hecate. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but small hints to that. But going back to the story, the JLD fighting off against these several like resurrected corpses. They succeed as you would expect, and it shows here that Man-Bat is not technically 100% okay. When he becomes Man-Bat again, he is overrun by the bat side of him, the animalistic side of him, but essentially the team, despite the fact, Wonder Woman is angry with him. Is like, well, I came to you for help. You didn't want to help, but you come here to help anyway. It's a bit hypocritical, but she thanks them anyway, and forgive my frustrations, Zatanna. I didn't mean to lash out. I'm exhausted and I desperately want answers, and they do that by going to Dr. Fate's Tower of Fate. Considering the clue that Zatanna was given by her deceased father, that the original owners of magic are back, and they want magic back. They want the magic that was stolen from them. So who better than Dr. Fate to help give them an answer? Well, not really Dr. Fate. Nabu. They need to speak to Nabu. And it's good to see more of the mystical side, the magical side of DC popping up once again. That's what I liked about the original Justice League Dark. Showing more of the magic side of DC and more of the darker side, the dark supernatural side of DC as well. And Dr. Fate takes only Wonder Woman and Zatanna to speak to Nabu. And we get a slight reintroduction to Khalid Nassour, who, if people don't remember, was Dr. Fate during like that last year of the New 52 called the DCU. It wasn't particularly bad. But I think it was a series I dropped because I couldn't afford a lot. That was during one of many of my comic book purges. And he gives the clue that Kent is not in control of himself anymore, of the helm or the tower, and that it's Nabu. Nabu is the one that's responsible for bringing in, essentially, the other kind, and it ends with him trapping Wonder Woman and Zatanna. So definitely, it's definitely got me hooked. I'm enjoying the story. Art, I've definitely been enjoying the art is great so far. If you haven't picked up Justice League Dark, please do. You are missing out on a good story. And that is it. That is it for this Avengers vs. Justice League, in parentheses, Dark. Uh, so in the end, Avengers was good. Art, good as usual. But I won't be continuing this series, but I am ending it on a good note, not ending it on a bad note. Justice League Dark, story good, continues pulling me in, pulling the reader in. Art is great as well. Definitely going to be continue picking this up. And that's it for these reviews. What did you think if you've read either of these comics? Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, or if YouTube is that algorithm has messed you up. Leave a comment. Check out my Twitter. Check out any of my previous videos if they tickle your fancy. And I will see you all next time.